Hi, I'm Rich, this is BB's Customs, and welcome back to the cb250 build. Okay, so you might remember from last time, I semi-fitted the rear fender onto here, so it's still loose, it's only held in place by the indicators. And when I turned the indicators on, I started popping fuses. I have now figured out why that is. I've mentioned this on another video I've done for my Virago, where this style of indicator is a negative body style indicator. So what that means is basically the negative wire doubles up on here because it's attached to the body of the indicator. So if that's touching any metal, you don't need the neutral. It basically creates a loop in the circuit which blows a fuse. So if we unplug the neutral wires, like I've done here, we can turn the indicators on and we get flashy indicators, which is ideal really, because that's what they're meant to do. So that's one problem solved. The next thing to do is to figure out how I'm not going to block these two holes which the seat bolts into with the mudguard, which I think I've got an idea for. So I'm just going to go ahead and start making, and hopefully you pick up as we go along. Okay, so what I've done is make this little bracket here, a little L bracket with a hole in there. I've actually cut this, or cut it off of a part of an old bike and just modified it a bit to put this bend in. And the plan is I'm going to take this and use it to weld onto the inside of the hoop around there, so I can then bolt this. Well, I'm either going to weld it onto the hoop and then put a bolt up through the mudguard through that hole, or I'm going to weld it to the mudguard and weld a stud. I could weld it on that way and have a little stud coming off the bottom of the hoop. So the mudguard will sort of come up and lock onto that, and then I can bolt that in. I haven't quite decided yet, but that's going to hold the front of it. And then I'm going to take out some sections around here and build up a box inside this so that you can get in underneath it and bolt through it all to get to the seat. Well, that's the plan anyway. Right, so what we got now is I've quickly bolted this on, and if I bring you in for a closer look, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it very well, but so obviously you've got your mudguard here and the bracket there, but in between them I've put a rubber grommet, so that'll act as an anti-vibration thing on the fender when it's banging around and stuff, getting hit by stones or water or whatever. It's not going to cause any vibrations or rattling if it's against the frame. So we bolted that on there. I'm going to weld this onto here, and when it's tacked on, I'm just going to probably trim the top off of I'm probably just going to trim the top off of this, tap that down, and just do a nice little seam weld around the outside. And yes, I am welding. I'm hoping the welder's up and running. I think I've sorted it, but fingers crossed. Right, well there we go. That's welded on there. That's not going to be coming off anytime soon. It's holding it in a nice position, so what I'm going to attempt now is I'm going to trim more off of this, possibly straight across there. Yeah, so I'm going to go straight across here, and build up to come up under this, I think. Yes. Okay, so after a bit of welding, a bit of cleaning up and some folding, I've now got this little bracket welded onto the back of the fender. So when this is now put up under here, like that, that bolt will hold that in place there. I can pop the 2 holes through here, and now I've got this piece at the back which I can attach onto and just carry on round around the wheel. But I can show you in the next video how I plan on tackling that. I'm very pleased now that I've got this up. It also means that I don't have to bolt the indicators through the mudguard, which was a concern of mine before, but I've eliminated that. I'll get this fitted in, I'll pop the holes in, get the seat back on, I can have a proper look to see what's left to do on this. Okay, so this is it from underneath. Now it's fitted, you can just see up in here, this is one of the nuts which holds the seat on. So we've got the mudguard here, and then the bracket comes up and terminates down here. On the top, obviously you can't see it because it's all under the seat. It's got a nice little profile sticking out the back there. There is a little bit of a lip just here which I need to tidy up. I'll probably just tack a bit onto the end and carry that on into here, and then that'll be sorted. So what's left to do is to attach something onto this and bring that down past here and just tuck into this. That's the reason why I've not cut this short yet, is because I don't know how much of it I'm going to need. I've actually got the under tray left from my my GS, my Suzuki, so I might butcher that and get that onto there, because it's got the nice the curvature to go around the wheel anyway, so hopefully that'll just tie on nicely and tuck in behind the battery and down to the bottom of the swing arm. I'm going to call that a day for today. That's a bit of a success. I hope you like what you're seeing. It's given you some tips. If you've got any tips for me, please feel free to put them in the bottom comment section. I'm always willing to take advice from people and give it out if people ask for it. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall catch you next time. Cheers.